fall asleep while watching movies or TV.
Insane.
Like we were watching one of the best UFC cards in, I don't want to say history, right? But I'll say it. It was unbelievable. One of the greatest upsets in fight sport history. Right. And my girl was passed the fuck out. Just passed the fuck out. Like, didn't even make it through the Nunes fight. The Nunes fight, it's girls fighting. Yeah. This is supposed to be what you're interested in, if anything. Completely knocked out. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, why was Cosby pilling these bitches? Like, just put on something mildly entertaining. Put on your own show. You made a show. Put it on. The girls will fall asleep, and you shouldn't do it, but you could do what you wanted to do. And it was unbelievable. I'm like screaming, like I'm shaking, feet over my legs, like moving them, and unbelievable ability to just pass the fuck out.
It wasn't even that late, right? Like the fight was 10?
I mean, maybe at midnight. It's at midnight. You know what I mean? Like, but still.
Yeah, it wasn't that late because by the time I got off stage, basically everything was over.
Yeah.
Like I did a 9:45 show, get off stage, and pretty much everything is done.
Yeah.
So she's falling asleep at like 11:30, and man, good for you.
Yeah. Like, why didn't he use that in the defense? Why didn't he say like, oh no, we were watching the Super Bowl or something like really, really boring for women, and she just passed out. Like I didn't pill her.
Every guy within the jury would have been like, oh yeah, no, he is.
He's got a really good point.
She fell asleep on her own. That could have been his defense. She fell asleep on her own.
He still would have been guilty, but that part they'd have been like, well, that.
I gave her a cappuccino. Fell asleep. There's nothing that these girls can stay awake for. There's nothing. Like honestly, I'm glad that I'm doing the vows in person. If it was,
don't make them too good.
Your Zoom wedding, I'm shocked that everybody just didn't fall asleep in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Well, like some people might have. How do you know?
Who noticed?
You don't know.
Who noticed?
How do I know?
That's a good point.
Hey, you can sleep if you want to. Sleep
just
as you are.
slumped up.
Yeah, slumped up, bro.
Slumped the fuck up. Anyway.
I mean, that's insane though.
Now your vows can't be too entertaining because if they are, that's a problem.
Oh,
she
then she just start
asleep.
falling asleep. Exactly.
So
I have to keep them just
if she's unhappy with your vows, you just be like, well, I was just trying to make sure you stayed awake.
Yeah.
Now you got a little out. No, you know what I mean?
Well, how do you know the shows you pick aren't trash?
This is a great UFC card, he said.
But I'm just saying, it's like she stayed awake for Kevin Hart's show. You told us that.
Now she turned that shit off after 15 minutes.
No,
she's like, this is giving me too much anxiety.
But she stayed awake.
Yeah,
the whole
because
time?
it was so tension filled.
It was just being awake. She's just not used to that. She's like, oh, this is something I have to pay attention to and like absorb. Like it could, if it's Salt Lake Housewives of Utah, whatever that is.
Salt Lake
Housewives of Utah. Like that can just be on in the background and she can like cook or like pack or do something. And then it's just girls fighting.
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, that's just perfect for her.
Sex in the City.
Emotional fighting, she'll stay up for. Physical fighting, melatonin.
No, melatonin. Knock the fuck out.
Knocked
out.
I
don't know what type of trauma she's dealing with. That is like her comfort zone. Is that there's abuse going on in the background. She's like, ooh, cozy. But no, it's fucking wild times, guys. Boy's about to get married.
Yeah, how you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. I'm trying to write these vows, but we keep getting in fights. And I had to tell her last night. I was like, you keep fighting with me, we're not going to have no vows, yo. You need to give me a day of just being awesome so I can write down how awesome I feel about you. Because if we get into a fight every single fucking night, we at the restaurant getting into fights and shit, we gave the people a show last night.
Let's go. Amanda Nunez.
Bro, it was a Salt Lake City Housewives of Utah. We had Salt Lake City Housewives of Utah at American Bar NYC last night.
Oh, let's go.
I mean, all the emotions. Came in hot, everything good. Started fighting, staring into space, both of us. And we had a table not facing each other. We're facing the whole restaurant. We had an amazing table facing the whole restaurant. So the whole restaurant is just looking at us perform.
Wow.
Ignoring the fuck out of someone. Not even peripheral vision. Like, if we look straight, we both see a little bit of each other. So we just turned out like 20 degrees. So we wouldn't even catch each other in peripheral.
This is before or after the food came?
Middle of it.
Wow.
Courses coming
Round
in.
one.
Damn.
I'm not playing.
Way to
bro.
come and serve in a tense. Oh, man.
Oh, okay.
Wait, we were on like an Instagram diary love story
Wait
about
for
you
it. So I
guys.
said it's the whole movie. I said it's the whole movie. So we're fighting, right? And then the waitress comes over and then she looks at the bill that she put down that doesn't have a credit card. And she's like, oh, are you not ready yet? And I'm already fighting with my girl. And you see there ain't no credit card there. You know? So it took me everything in my power to just not fucking curse this fucking nosy bitch out. You know I'm fighting with my girl. Everybody in the goddamn restaurant knows I'm fighting with my girl. It's obvious. Okay. Our volume's getting high.
Oh, no, I'm ready. I'm very ready.
The wait staff knew that was your table. They're like, which table is it? Oh, the fighting one.
Yeah, the fighting one. We were the fighting table.
Oh, the fighting table.
Oh yeah, we were going
that's
through
good.
that shit. I mean, like we were fighting so much. We were splitting the steak and splitting the branzino. She took a good 66% of that steak.
No.
I had to call her out. I said, she started cutting through the steak. I said, damn. I said, how much of the steak you gonna take? On her wedding week. You know what I mean? This girl's a skeleton. This girl's been dieting like crazy. She's just trying to get one meal a day in to get some nutrients. She took 66% of that filet. You know what I mean? She took 66% of that filet.
Oh, you couldn't fill up on the bread, I see.
We're not doing bread.
So
Come
how'd
on,
you
now.
retaliate? You got
Say
more
what?
than Brussels sprouts or what?
Say what? No, I guilted her into cutting that little fucking 33% back. You know what I mean? I need that 66. I need that 66. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I got you. I know what you're saying.
I was in a bad mood last night. The waiter brings the fucking branzino over and he puts it down and I'm like fighting with her as he puts it down and I just go, is it deboned? So we're fighting and then we got through it and I fucked up.
No.
That was on me.
No.
I know this shit crazy.
Yeah,
you know?
really?
I don't
Because I
believe
almost
it's
never
possible.
fuck up.
Yeah, almost never.
Why would they?
Especially emotionally, you're so evolved.
Yeah, I'm so evolved.
Just the fucking the best at
The
conflict.
best ever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I
Yeah.
fucked up. I fucked up. And yeah, I fucked up a little bit.
Son,
I fucked up a
it's
little
her
bit.
week.
Say
it's
what?
her wedding
It's her week. Like
Nah,
this
that's
is her
day.
week. No, this
It's
is
her
her week.
day. It's
That's
our
why she,
week.
like,
That's why she's falling asleep at UFC. Poor girl's been like struggling, putting this thing together. You need to write vows. Hasn't even done it yet.
Yeah.
She be
That's it.
bothering me, yo. Every time I try to put pen to paper, I'm not feeling it.
Yo, y'all are gonna fight so much these next 2 weeks.
Really?
It is gonna happen.
What do you mean
but
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
I'm getting married Saturday.
Y'all are gonna fight so much these next 4 days.
Yeah. Are you coming?
Yeah, we off for 2 weeks. That's right. That's our wedding.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
y'all. This is it. This is the peak of it. You just
Really?
it's just constant. Like I'm stressed. You're stressed. It'll all melt by Friday night.
We got to a little bit better place. You know what happens with
A
us?
little bit better place.
No, we did. Well, this is when this is what happened. It's like we got to a little better place, and basically it was one of those things. Like I think when we're like disconnected, right? We're not if we're disconnected and we're not being intimate, right? We're not like having sex. That's like validating and reinforcing and like reinforces the love, right? And then what happens is when you get further, it's harder to put yourself in a position to be vulnerable, right? And validate the other person because you're protecting yourself. So you move further and further away, and that stops you guys from giving the love that you actually need.
Right.
And it makes giving the love that much more difficult. And then it makes you or me and her even more sensitive to even the littlest things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like me going like, damn, about the steak is a joke if we're intimate, loving each other, all this kind of stuff. I mean, I was fucking sick the whole weekend, you know what I mean? And we've been stressed about this fucking wedding. So it's like that distance and emotional distance makes everything that much more sensitive. So it was like little stupid things that I'm like asking her. I would like ask her to do something, and like I felt like she was just not doing it just because I asked her to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been there.
The fight's on, and then she's talking to her mom, and I'm like, "Babe, you think you could take the call in the room?" And then she's like, "Yeah." And then she just keeps talking to her mom, and I'm like, "Is she trying to show me up in my own fucking
I
house?"
can't think of anything that would drive him crazier. Him in particular
Yo.
would go fucking.
She
I think any man,
disrespected me in
any
my
man
own
would be like,
house.
"Yo, that's disrespectful."
Yeah.
You specifically is gonna send you up to.
And I had a friend of mine there. I'm like, "Is this woman
Oh,
disrespect me in front of
I
my
hate
friend?"
that, bro. I hate that.
You know what I mean?
What was she talking to her mom
Disrespecting
about?
me in front of my friend. Say what?
What was she talking to her mom about?
I was probably fucking Salt Lake City houses of Utah.
It's wedding week. You gotta talk to your
I
mom.
know, yeah.
Nah,
Where's the
you can
where's the
talk
wedding
to your
happening?
mom.
At the mom's house?
Yes, it's happening at the mom's house.
Oh.
Probably finding more ways to spend my goddamn money.
It's wedding
You know,
week.
maybe
Wedding
that's
week.
one of the conversations.
She needs
that's being
emotional
had.
support.
Okay,
That's what
she
she
does
needed.
need emotional support, but it doesn't matter. So I get in my head. I'm like, what the fuck? No,
Wait,
I
that
started
part
getting in my
matters.
head. It was so stupid, right? And I'm like, wait, what's going on here? Then I got this IV because I'm trying to get rid of this cold.
the IV
I'm in the
was
bed,
crazy.
locked up with the IV.
The IV was crazy. Why'd you need an IV?
Son, because I got a wedding, I got to get better. I don't want to get y'all sick Monday, Tuesday.
You had the sniffles.
Son, I had a bad cold. That shit was worse than COVID, son. Literally, I felt worse than that shit than
If
COVID.
I gave you something else, if I gave you the cold as
You
well
did.
as COVID,
You're dead. You're
your
a
girl
fucking-
also had it. So it could have been either one of us.
Yeah, but I'm gonna blame you.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's more fun that way.
We're both
It's
equally
more fun.
intimate
We have
with
a
you.
tradition. Okay, you fucking reverse smallpox
time of
blanket.
year.
This is your gift that you give to me every year.
I'm an Indian giver. What do you want from me? No, it's like, I felt guilty for about 20 seconds, and then I was like, well, at least it's not COVID. And then I felt okay about your cold.
We're fine. So I got this fucking IV in my arm. I'm
It
locked.
does
I can't
help you
move.
get over it to have an IV, though. It helps you get over it faster.
Helps you get over it faster. I'm trying to get over it faster for y'all, so y'all don't get sick. Y'all don't miss my wedding.
I was with you the day you were sick.
Yeah, but you get sick a lot.
Yo,
So
that
I'm
was-
looking out for you.
You do.
I've
get
never been sick,
bro.
though.
Yeah, all right.
I've never been sick.
I'm in
that
my
was the
bed
most diva thing he said is, yo, man, I don't want to get the guys sick. Otherwise, they're going to miss my wedding. Yo,
It's still
Yeah.
for
I've
you.
never seen a dude
How is
say
it always
that.
still for
Yeah.
you?
I can't look like a loser. It's just my girls, friends, and family at the goddamn wedding.
You got a
Sad.
picture of me in the chair like I passed away?
Yeah, this is what Doug's wedding's gonna look like when he becomes Christian.
Get married at
None of his
75.
family show up to the
That's
fucking
funny.
cathedral.
Hey, you
that
know
he's
what's
getting married.
crazy? Is you're not even going to have a Jew officiate your own wedding. Ain't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Wow.
What do you mean?
That is fucking
it's
crazy.
going to be a Christian because his shiksa wife or
You're a
whatever.
Christian. You're going to be a
Perhaps
Christian.
Hindu,
It
perhaps
is what it
Muslim.
is. All good Jews become Christian. Only the best. Okay,
That's
so
true.
I got this fucking IV in my arm, and my nose is fucking dripping like crazy. Got that post nasal drip.
Yeah,
right. Dripping all over my
that's
fucking
a runny
lips.
nose. That's not post nasal. But
What
go
is
ahead,
it?
Keep going. That's
Man, I've been telling myself that's what that is this whole week. I got that post nasal drip.
I mean, I guess that's literally what it is.
you just got nasal drip, bro.
Yeah.
What's post?
That's when it's in the back, of your throat.
Oh.
Hey, yo! Hey,
chill.
yo!
Why'd you say that?
Hey, yo! Don't ever disrespect me talking like Nancy Reagan like that again. Yo. Don't you ever disrespect me like that, okay? We're gonna get to Nancy in a little bit, but even though we're a few decades late, but I got the boogers dripping all over my mouth, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, babe, can you grab me a tissue? Right? She got her friend there. You know what I mean?
Son, you need a paper towel for that thing.
Or paper towel. I need a bath
Yeah,
mat. A
some
bath
love.
mat. Babe, can you
Yeah.
get me the bath mat? So I said, she don't fucking grab it for me. And now I'm in my head because I'm all fucking insecure. I'm like, is she just trying to defy me?
Yeah.
And she got her friend there.
Yeah.
So I just scream it at the top of my lungs
That'll help.
with Monica, the nurse, right next to me.
But she's in the room?
Yeah. She's just sitting there. They got to sit there for 30 minutes as the shit drips into your body.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
So she's just in the middle of our passive aggression. Babe! Can I have a tissue, please? Right?
Probably looking like you got a fucking nurse with you, dog. She
Yeah.
can't give you a napkin.
The nurses waddled in and she was just like, oh, I can get you anything. I was like, I have a wife. Okay? To be. Yeah. So I was feeling insecure about that shit.
Yeah.
And then she articulated to me, and this was about all the things that she does for me without me even asking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm
You're
just like,
such a fucking retard.
yeah, I'm a retard. Hello, I'm a retard. I'm sharing this because there might be other retards out there like me. They have to deal with
You've
this.
been diagnosed?
Yes. Oh, really? I've been diagnosed retard. Do we ever talk about this guy? Got
not
fucking
yet.
diagnosed retard?
I want to get the diagnosis. man.
Yeah, Alex in our meeting where we have our comeback meeting, right?
yeah.
Where we want to explain all our behavior and how we're going to be better.
family
Alex
moment.
just opens up and goes, guys, turns out I'm retarded and no, autistic. Turns out I'm autistic.
Same
and
difference.
that's why, I do certain things wrong.
The ultimate defense, though.
No. That wasn't my defense.
What are you
I'm
gonna
just
say?
saying, I think I'm autistic.
Yeah. I know.
In addition to my
can I-
He
fuck
did
up.
can
say
I-
it after everything was like healed, and he was like,
did.
"By the way, guys, I'm a retard."
Can I
Yeah.
just say something that's very important to me right now?
Yeah, say that.
Is that if I go through life and treat everybody like they're autistic, it's so good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you give everybody the expectations of autism, like sometimes I'll tell Alex an idea and he'll just look at me dead in the face. Like
There you go.
literally like your eyes have just spirals in them, right? And I'm just like, it's like the Incredibles 2. You know what I mean? When they're like, whatever their thing was, right?
yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, okay. So maybe he's not a big fan of the idea. But if I go, no, Alex is retarded.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden that makes more sense.
Yeah.
all
That's
this
key to
time,
life.
son. All
Yeah.
this time.
That's key to life.
It really does make everything easier.
Yeah.
You just assume everyone's like, all right, yeah. Everyone's just going to let me down eventually. That's fine.
Autism is for
That's
you.
it. Yeah.
Autism is a gift to you.
Yeah, brings out the best in you.
really
Aren't you
does.
your best self when you're around an autistic person or a retarded person?
Absolutely. Yeah, I love being around Alex.
Okay, point that I was trying to say is I forgot. Oh no, she does all these things for me and she's been incredibly sweet and trying to do things before I even have to ask.
Yeah.
And I wasn't crediting those things.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, you're right. Holy shit. And I can admit when I'm wrong. I was like, you're right. Holy shit. I need to be better at that. That's my bad. And, you know, we hugged up, loved up. So now we went from like bad date to like loving up hard. Right. And then we're laughing and joking around.
Yeah.
And having a great time. So they saw the whole fucking
spectrum. The waitress saw the whole shit.
And then this bitch charged me $6,600 for my meal.
What?
Yeah. On accident, I assume.
Oh, is it an accident? Oh, is it an accident? How you got $6,600?
Where are you eating, dog? That could even be a reasonable receipt.
Dude, it wasn't even close to that. Yeah. I tipped her $66.
Yeah.
Somehow the whole meal became $6,600.
Oh.
Well, how many Aperol?
How'd you find out?
Amex gives you those updates on your phone. Thank God. I would have never even looked at it.
Yeah. Oh, this bitch is
something's up,
else.
right?
Yeah. She done wrote that money in the bottom. Because if she thought it was 6,600, and she got tipped 66, she'd be fucking livid. Think about what a small percent of the total that is. That's less than 1%. She'd be like, this cheap motherfucker, blah, blah, blah.
But they do this shit every day.
Call this bitch.
Yo, wait.
I called the restaurant.
If we had to say, who do you think made the mistake here?
This bitch. And it's not no mistake. She a cheating ass bitch.
I gotta put my
I'm
money
on
on
to you, ho.
I'll put my money.
Whoever the fuck you are.
Yep.
Hey, bro. Hey, let's ride on this fucking
I'm with you,
restaurant,
you
yo.
and me.
Now, you did the calculator app, but did 200%. That's
Nope.
what you did.
I gave her $66 tip. I think the meal was like $344 or something like that.
Yeah.
Did it right. $380. I don't know. $66 tip.
So two people? What do you guys?
Yeah,
We got a $50 espresso martini.
Wow.
We had to get over this fight somehow. And the only way I know how is spending some goddamn money, okay? Need a little pick-me-up?
Hey, that's how I know
Don
you get,
Julio, 1942.
Man, the best thing about growing up is just throwing money at a problem. Just be like, just buy something. Just fucking leave it alone, please.
Yes,
How do you think you make that mistake? How do you make it 600?
I didn't make a mistake.
Nah,
She
you
made a
definitely
mistake.
She is a fucking criminal.
But how?
Yeah, she's a criminal. She's a gold-digging bitch.
Yeah,
The waiter.
she is. That's why
The
she's
waitress.
single, probably.
What?
That's probably why she's single.
Yeah.
I
How do
assume.
you know she's single?
I just want to make sure we're separating her from Andrew's fiance.
Exactly.
So that bitch single.
Exactly.
That's what happened. He put 66
How dare you
in the
take her
total.
side. This
Forgot
retard
to
shit
put
you're
the
doing right
fucking
now, Al.
decimal
Didn't
point.
put the period.
Didn't put the period, and he thought, "Oh, this is a celebrity in
You
here.
missed the
He's
period.
tipping me crazy."
You missed the
That's
period.
what happened. That's the only thing that makes sense.
You missed the period.
If it's the exact amount you tipped,
This bitch thought it was 66. She didn't see a comma. Where's the comma?
She saw the blue check. She saw the blue
bitch,
check.
Where's the comma?
she saw the blue check.
We don't sign his fucking blue check on his name yet.
They saw.
Yeah, with the
she,
Amex.
hey,
Like,
she,
who's this arguing
no
ass
comma,
comic, right?
no comma, and the total 6,600. What happened to the original
he's-
bill?
he's
Son,
What
think
happened-
about it.
I
Think
put
about
the total.
What happened to the original bill? What'd you put the total? You put the
total
total
was
at the
like
bottom.
$400
You put
something
the total
dollars.
at the bottom. Slut.
Slut.
it. Did you?
Slut. I did. I swear to God.
Oh, okay.
I was right.
She is a financial slut.
So what happened when you called the restaurant?
I didn't call
You
my
called
email.
me.
I sent him an email.
An email?
Yeah, I sent him an email. Yeah.
they
I called. They didn't pick up.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't either if I just stole $5,000 from somebody. Yeah, right, or
highway
$6,000.
robbery.
She's having a great Christmas.
Yeah, she thought she was gonna have a good Christmas.
She-
You thought you got $66, bitch.
So now
Enjoy.
what are you going to tip her then? Because now you can redo the tip basically.
Nah, she gonna keep that 66. She gonna keep that 66,
You're a
and then
better
we'll
man
just
than
never go there ever again.
And then did you do a whole you did a whole night? You went to a bunch of spots?
Oh yeah. We recreated our first date.
Oh, that's
cool.
so sweet.
Yeah, we went to Veselka. Also, that's a great trick that you guys should use if you
Yeah.
never want to pay for anything, because we didn't pay for anything. Once we told people like, yeah, this is our first time. We were here for our first date.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
just free. So we recreated our first date.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
The problem is you
Bad
don't.
first dates.
Yeah. 'Cause
yeah.
you
But
don't
you got to
go
be getting married, and that's what makes it special. People love marriage.
Well, you can
dude.
just tell people.
I know.
you're
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's, I don't know. I never had this feeling about marriage. And I know there's a guy component to this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But like,
You also don't believe in birthdays, so
I also don't believe in
you have
birthdays.
some weird traditions.
Yeah, I know. I believe in it. I know that it exists. I'm not like, it's not like UFOs. Like,
don't know.
I'm not on the fence about birthdays. Like, I know I've been here for 38
Nah,
birthdays.
our birthdays are like UFOs to you, bro.
Yeah.
might
I
not
just don't
exist.
think that we should celebrate you for something you had nothing to do with, you know? Like,
kind of agree, bro.
you had nothing to do with it. It was your parents. I should give your parents something. I should
None
give your
of us
mom,
make a big deal
your
about our
mom
birthday.
only. I
Yeah.
should just give your mom's only
Well, no,
for what they
my dad
did
was
to
a part
push you
of it.
to.
My dad was a part of it.
Barely.
For a little.
Barely.
A couple seconds.
We don't even know. We don't even know. Have you been tested?
That's a good point, actually.
We don't even know.
Yeah.
Yo,
We both got to get tested.
Yeah. Real talk.
I got a friend, Kunal Aurora. He will never congratulate a man when he has a baby. He will only congratulate the man whenever he gets engaged. Because he's like, the man did all the work to get engaged. The wife just stood up, got a ring. For a baby, the guy just nutted in a girl. You can do shit else. I'm only congratulating the mom when you have kids, and I'm only congratulating the guy when you get engaged.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Two parents just had kids, and
I'm going to congratulate. I'm not going to be a
only the
psychopath.
mother. That's some shit.
It's just-
What do you know about pieces of shit, you retard?
and now you got emotions all of a sudden.
Yeah. Now having a kid is a big deal to Alex.
That would be rude. It was just a cool night. It was a very cool night. We got all emotional, and it was really sweet, and it was awesome.
And people are treating you different now that you're about to get married.
People just love marriage.
Guys also? Like other
Yeah,
guys?
they just treat it differently. I don't know, like bartenders and that kind of stuff. They're just like, oh, this is awesome. They're really like excited by it.
Yeah.
And bartenders hear everything.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, they just were really sweet and like happy for you.
Bartenders probably hear a lot of shit they don't want to hear.
Yeah.
And then hearing two people are about to make the biggest commitment and like it's this beautiful celebration. They're probably like, oh, that's so nice, dude.
Yeah.
What a relief from this other shit I got to hear. Every unemployed fuck coming in here drinking away his problems. These guys are doing something beautiful. Thank God.
Yeah.
But it's a great thing, dude. And I'm telling you, these fights, you don't mind them because it's like, it is probably just we misunderstood each other. Like you were feeling sensitive because, and then she was like, hey, what about all the other stuff? And you're like, oh, my bad. That's going to be most fights from now on. It's great.
Yeah, you're right.
Are you going to treat people's weddings different now?
Yeah, 100%.
Wait,
I feel
actually?
bad about every wedding I ever missed.
Really?
I feel like genuinely bad.
Actually?
Because, it's like, I don't know. It just means a lot to me, everybody who's willing to come to my wedding. And I never thought that I would care like that. And the people who have made the effort, and it's like a big effort. It's an inconvenience. You know, and like doing that to be there for a special day means a lot. So anybody who invites me to their wedding, if they're like a friend of mine, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to be there. Because I know what it's also like when people can't go. And when they can't go for bullshit reasons.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second because I got to make sure that you're making some goddamn money when you're gambling, okay? And you know how you make the most money when you gamble? Well, you have to gamble more money. And what if you could gamble more money without putting some of that money up yourself? Well, that's exactly what can happen in MyBookie.ag. Okay, MyBookie.ag is matching your initial deposit bonus when you sign up and use our promo code Flagrant. That's MyBookie.ag, promo code Flagrant. They're going to match your initial deposit bonus up to $1,000. Okay, gamble on the fights, gamble on basketball, gamble on the NFL, gamble on whatever the fuck you want to gamble on. They have tons of different things that you can put your money up on, but just make sure you do it and get some of their money to gamble with too. Why would you not make more money for free? All you got to use is our promo code Flagrant when you go to mybookie.ag. Good luck. You got this. Now let's get back to the show.
Isn't it crazy? Schumacher was the greatest F1 driver like ever and it survived and then got in a fucking skiing accident and now he can't walk. He can't move.
He's dead.
He's dead.
It's not that.
Is he a vegetable?
Can't move. I'm technically right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We can still toboggan, at least.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, if you love skiing.
Bobsled, but Jamaican
That's what
bobsled
I'm
team.
saying.
Because they looking for people probably.
Yeah, there's always a silver lining.
You were just bringing up F1.
Yep.
Did you see the race?
No, I am not an F1 guy. I know you guys are, but it seems crazy. Please enlighten us is what happened.
Okay, so Americans